So should James Gunn have been fired, and what could have been done differently? Well, let's talk about that. So obviously by now I think most of you know the story. James Gunn had tweets from years ago, and I mean years ago, like 7+ years ago, that were discovered, some even a decade old, and they came back to haunt him. A lot of these tweets, I'm not going to talk about what they were, but they weren't necessarily putting him in the best light. A lot of it was crude humor, some of it, just disgusting. That's quite frankly the best way I can put it. And he got fired as a result of it. Now, there's a lot of talk out there. Should he have been fired, and was it right for Disney to fire him? And I'm just going to speak on this personally. Maybe you'll agree with me, maybe you won't, but this is how it is. That's why it's an opinion piece, right? That's why it's my video, and I'm sure you guys will talk to me about it. The best place to actually talk to me about this would be on Twitter. I'm going to share this video right when it goes live, and I'm going to try to start a discussion on it. And personally, I don't think he should have. Hear me out on this. Yes, a lot of stuff he said was wrong, but has he ever displayed those tendencies of what he was saying, right? I don't think so. I've never certainly seen them. I don't think anybody has. And look at all the people coming to his defense in Hollywood, his friends, his co-workers. They're all like, oh, what? Why'd you do this, And it's something that I think in this day and age really goes far. It's what you do online, how you present yourself, I personally, as you guys have seen in recent months, specifically in the last few months, but more so in the last couple of years, I've really tried to get away from the image I had on here. It was just, there was a lot of negativity surrounding stuff. As people grow older, they change. They realize maybe some of the stuff they were saying to get attention just didn't work. And certainly, I think everybody has that. And there's certainly regret in everybody's life. Maybe you did something 5 years ago that you regret. I've talked multiple times how years ago I was lucky that some of the things I did not, land me in, just lock me up, really. That's the easiest way to say it. But when I think back on those things, they made me the person I am. And if if I go back 15 years and I tell that Armin, hey, in 15 years, you're going to dress up like Captain America with replica suits. You're going to entertain dying children that are about to die because you're invited by the parents. I would not believe myself. But that's who I am today, right? I was able to use this CBC and the power and all the fans to go, hey, look what I can do. And, people use me for that, right? So James Gunn is much like that, had the same type of thing. He's always had crude humor and disgusting humor and things like that he said. And now, 10 years later, it comes back to haunt him. And that's really not fair. It's really not. I guess you could say, okay, let's dig into this. Maybe that's how they should have done this. Maybe they should have looked into the situation and been like, is there any truth to this? Let's go back and look. That's a way to do it, because what happened to guilty, or he's automatically guilty? What happened to, innocent until proven guilty? Does that not exist anymore? And I understand Disney gave into pressure, and that's unfortunate, but they had to. They're a corporation, and imagine hours after this, when it was already making headlines, not just the comic book headlines, when it got to the big headlines, like the Wall Street Journals and stuff, then it's global. That's where you run into the problem. So it's a tough decision they had to make. I don't think he should have been fired, personally. That's my thoughts. I think they could have handled this better, but I understand why they did it. And it's unfortunate. I just hope that maybe this situation could get resolved.